Hello everybody, here I am again from Poor Boy Outdoors, and today we want to find out if fish attractants work. I've never used them before, so I don't really have an opinion on it, but I want to do the ultimate test with fish attractants. So let's get started. I'm not going to waste time showing you me going and shopping at Walmart. I'm just going to tell you what I went and bought. We have these little grubs, and we have fish attractant, and I've also got some jig heads, and I'm going to figure out a way that we can fish these at the same time, so that we're not swapping rods and reels and making casts, because I always feel like you could be casting in a little bit different area, and also fish move around, so you might catch more on untreated lure than you do a treated lure, but it may not have anything to do with the attractant. It may just be the timing or the location of your bait sinks to. So we're going to figure out a way that we can fish these at the same time. But first, I want to give this attractant every chance it deserves. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take Ziploc bags. I'm going to put these little grubs each in their own bag. I'm going to spray them with the fish attractant. I'm going to let it sit overnight, and then we're going to go fishing with it. So they've got all night long to soak up all of the attractant that they can. Another thing I'm going to do is all of the plastic lures that I've ever bought seem to have a coating on them, almost like an oil. I think that's probably used so that they will come out of the mold without sticking. So I'm going to wash these and rinse them off so that they'll have every chance they can to soak up this scent. So I'll be back after I do that. Put these in there. I'm going to take this Yum crawfish scent. I'm going to open it up here. Oh wow, that's a red color. I give it a smell. I've smelt crawfish before. That doesn't smell like crawfish, but we're going to pour quite a bit of that in there. There ought to be plenty. So we're going to pour some of that in there. I'm glad I labeled these bags, because it'd be easy to get these mixed up. Alright, we're going to let these set overnight. I'm probably going to double bag these just because I'm afraid of that leaking out and staining something, like my table here. Oh, that came off. And then this third one is going to be our control, of course. So I'll see you on the lake. We're on the lake today. Going to test fish attractants and compare lures that are coated in fish attractant. They've soaked 24 hours against lures that have no attractant on them at all. And of course it starts raining as soon as I get out here. But I think this is going to be a decent way to do this, to be able to test these at the same time. I'm not going to put a bait back here, but I can put 2 with attractant over here and 2 without over here, something like that. And they'll be a good probably 10 inches apart. And so then the fish are going to have to decide which one they want to bite. This is called an umbrella rig. I've never used one before. We're gonna see how it works. I'll be back when I get it rigged up. All right, I've about got this rigged up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the untreated grubs on the top and the bottom as you're looking head on at the bait. May switch this later, just in case it makes some kind of difference for the fish. But we're going to start out with the untreated top and bottom, and I'll put the ones with fish attractant that's soaked in on the left and right. And so we're gonna be fishing here in just a few minutes. Now this attractant has dyed these grubs were all the same color, and now these are pink, and they're not as rubbery, they're not as flexible. It feels like if I pulled on that tail very hard, it would just come off. I'm not necessarily going to keep up with which attractant does the best, but I am going to keep up with if the fish are biting the lures that have the attractant on them or not. All right, this one with the Yum, it feels normal, and it is not dyed pink, so that's going to be interesting. And I've never used one of these umbrella rigs, and it looks to me like that's going to be a nightmare to try to cast without getting tangled up. I don't know. We're going to find out. It could make a difference that one lure is pink because it's been dyed now by the bait mate. We'll find out. Oh, I've already got tangled. And we're tangled again. Tell me in the description, how do you fish with these umbrella rigs without getting tangled? I kind of knew that was going to be a problem. We're tangled again. What am I doing wrong, guys? And what happens if a fish bites that while I'm tangled? Is that going to break the line? Hey, I didn't get tangled that time. It rained 10 inches yesterday, so I don't know what that's going to do to the bite, but tangled again. I'm really hating on this umbrella rig. Another thing I'll probably do is, once every, well, if I catch a fish, I'll probably, after I catch a fish, I will swap out the lures with attractant on them so they're nice and fresh. I can't believe I'm hung up again. I need opinions. Am I hanging up a lot because I don't have a lure on that back hook back there? Or is it something else? Or that's just part of fishing with these umbrella rigs. It's almost every time I cast, they're gonna have to bite it while it's hung up. If this keeps happening, I may just end up putting a lure on that back hook and try that. See if maybe that's the reason. Or maybe there's a trick to casting these things. Hey, oh no, false alarm. I thought I actually got it in without it being tangled. Boy, that... I don't know if they'll still bite it if it's all wrapped up like that. I guess they would. Okay. I got one. All right. Finally. Little bass. He released himself. He was on this one. That is an untreated one. On the bottom. And it was tangled up when he bit it, I think. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to freshen these up, and then I'll be back. I got fresh lures on there with attractant on them. And I'm still just fighting this thing. It is a nightmare to fish with. And it's tangled again. Okay. I've had enough of that. I'm going to add a jig back here just in case it's a weight issue. I mean, I don't know. I think this would, the more hooks, it's just going to get worse. But I want to put a jig back here on the back. I'm not going to put a rubber skirt on it. It didn't make a difference yet. It is still just as tangled as it was before. Man, I just can't get a single cast without it being tangled up. Look at that crap. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera off and see if I can figure out some way to fix this. Somehow I got switched over to photo, so I don't know what I've recorded and what I haven't. This thing has been tangled oh, so many times. It's so frustrating trying to fish with it. I've tried bending the arms, added a piece of a plastic tube from a WD-40 can I had in my boat. So if I didn't get any of that recorded, that's what you've missed. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I moved this bait right here, which was untreated, over here to the right-hand side of the lure as you're looking head on. So the right side is not treated and the left side is treated. I took the pink one off because it was a different color that could skew the test. This thing's been getting tangled up like crazy, so I am about to do the unthinkable and get that off there. And get that off there. And I'm going to take this one off the back. There. And I'll hook my pliers. So now we only have 2 lures. Surely it's going to be less tangling. I'm just hoping this thing don't spin in the water like that. Okay, that may work. It did not tangle. My lure is not an umbrella lure anymore. It is now an airplane lure. This works 1,000 times better. I haven't gotten tangled a single time. Look at this. I did get one. I finally caught a green sunfish on this thing. Okay, he's on the right side. That was the untreated side. So let's get him off there, and I'm gonna freshen up the treated side. All right, I got another one. On a tangled up rig. I can't even tell which one he's on right now. He'll be on the one with the fish attractant on it. I believe that's 2 to 1. The bites are far between though. That's the bad thing. All right, I don't want to run my battery down, so I'll be back if something happens. Okay, I got one. And it is on the treated one. Hey, we're 2 for 2 now. I'm gonna freshen this one up. I'll be right back. I got something on here. I think it's a bass, maybe. It is a bass. He hit it just as soon as it hit the water. If I can get him in. He's a little big for these tiny hooks. There we go. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he wouldn't hook too well. He was on the bait with no attractant. I got another bass on here, if I can keep him on. Let him tire himself out. He may be done now. Let's see. Yeah, he's done. Okay. Which one do we have him on? He was hooked really good. Unscented. Well, they're real pale. All the fish I've caught today are real pale, I guess from all that rain. I have lost count, so it'll be on the screen somewhere. Okay, the sun is out now and it is getting hot. I don't know for sure how many I've caught. I lost count on which lure caught the most or whatever. Anyway, it wasn't enough of a difference to convince me. Now, this is just my opinion, but it would have had to have been way over 50-50 because you already got a 50-50 chance of from one lure to the next. So in order to prove that this scent is working, you got to overcome that 50-50 by quite a bit so that it's beyond chance. So I think I've had enough of the wind, the rain, and now the heat. So I'm going to be headed home, and thanks for watching. I'm just sitting here getting ready to record my video, and this crawls up my leg. I don't even think that, that probably doesn't look real to you, but this is a real bug. Always called them pop bugs when I was a kid. Let's see if we can get him to pop over. There we go. Isn't that neat? That is an amazing bug. Let's see if we can get him up here where you can see him. It looks like some kind of fishing lure, doesn't it?